Heidi, welcome to the next game. Playing the purple, pink, whatever color, Tehran, SooAh. Playing the yellow, Protoss, Abu Muhammad. Sorry guys, just yeah, the speed was set to slow at the beginning of the commentary, and right now I managed to find this right speed. So yeah, sometimes we have technical problems, you know. And well, sometimes technical problems can basically serve as a safe belt if you are stupid. So like I was, you know, like some games before where I said that I had some technical problems, which meant to cover the fact that I was speaking while the microphone was on mute. So well, yeah, you know, sometimes we have these special things to say. But we started this matchup now, my favorite matchup. Yeah, finally, best PvT ever. So PvT best matchup. So well, Protoss always wins. Tehran. Okay, I didn't say this correctly. So Protoss always wins. Tehran. Okay, well, it was not 100%, but yeah. Intonation I think was nice here. Is this the right word? I think it is. If it doesn't, then it isn't. Anyways, Abu is opening up with the Nexus. And so okay, just to reflect why PvT is the best matchup, because you know, as a Protoss you're able to start out with anything basically. You can start out with whatever you want. You can add, I don't know, 1 million Nexus. You can add just a little bit of a choke. You can start with gateways. You can start with a fast gas. You are not dead. I mean Terran cannot really do anything at the beginning of the game unless they go for a really crazy bunker rush like I do sometimes, all the time. Anyway, but yeah, still, but you can still fight a bunker rush, so it was a stupid idea. I mean, you can just stack probes and kill the SCV, and that's it. So, and that's why, as a Protoss, you can do anything. You can do cheesy stuff, you can do standard stuff, and you can just make an advantage and win the game. Because if you go for quick river drops, then if you do the drop correctly, then you win. If you use the river to kill the choke and flood inside the zealots, you win. If you go for carriers, you win. Okay, I won't continue because those players who love Tehran won't really like this. So okay, let's just say that Protoss is a stronger race, especially in the beginning, than Tehran, and but it's still, if you are really good with Tehran, you can win. Okay, let's just admit that if you are really good with Tehran, especially in the beginning, then you can win. But don't forget that Protoss always wins Tehran. So okay, joking apart, this SCV finds the race and spot of Abu, so SooAh now knows he's facing a TVP where the Protoss player is going for quick DTs, and it's a nice thing to do behind the choke. So getting quick DTs behind the choke is always nice, because the Terran player might get confused, because in most of the cases, or fast drop, okay, fast Templar drop, fast high Templar drop, or fast DTs, and preparing for a later drop. It can also be the case. So Terran players can get confused because Protoss choke usually refers to either big macro games, so extra 2 Nexuses, or really quick drop. And usually when Protoss go for a choke, they do not really follow up with DTs. Anyways, so he's doing a nice job. He's teaming units, he's flying inside with the firebats. Let's see if he manages to kill those probes. Probes are pulled, firebats arrive, steam is off, Really nice block there by the probes, but this one firebat managed to kill a few. So okay, so he's not really bothering the probes, but he's going for the cannon, which is a reasonable thing. Well, he has, yeah, alright, so cannon is available for Abu, so he wouldn't be able to do anything with those firebats anyways. But he still managed to get the best out of this attack. In the background he's adding a factory, starting an extra command center, so doing a nice job by regarding economy. And Abu is getting back probes. Let's see what he'll do with this quick robo and quick archives. Will it be a drop or will it be Dark Templars? Okay, Dark Templars. Okay, to be honest, I don't necessarily see the point in a robo like this. I mean, regarding timing goes, because he's producing deities, and he could use the economy going into robotics into more deities, so he could use that money to produce more deities. Well, anyway, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because in case the DT surprise doesn't work, then yeah, here's a robo at least, he can start producing drops. But I would actually just go for directly DTs. I mean, go directly for DTs and skip the robos, because then in the beginning you can produce more of these units and maybe cause a bigger trouble. But anyway, never mind. It doesn't really matter. You can go for a drop anyways, a bit faster. But so he's doing a nice job sending SCVs to different parts of the map, getting turrets up, so not only he can hinder drops, or at least, I mean, what I wanted to say is that he also sees the drop in advance if they come from this way, and if he's lucky he can also kill the shuttle, so he can hinder a drop like that. But this only works for like one time. I mean, once discovering the turrets, the Protoss player can just send 1 or 2 zealots to kill the turrets. But it's really good, because once I mean, if you cancel the first drop by a Protoss player, then it's really good for you, because you can continue growing and so on, getting better drop defense. So if the first drop is failed for the Protoss, then it's also bad for the Protoss, because they lost lots of time preparing for the drop, economy and so on, and they couldn't harass the Terran player as regards SCVs go and macro goes. Okay, no upgrades yet for yellow. I mean, yellow is in progress, yeah, of course. Upgrades are in progress. And one attack upgrade for SooAh on the bio, and no upgrades yet for tech. But pink is in progress. So upgrade is in progress for SooAh as well. And the drop is now prepared. DT is moving upwards. This is a nice thing to do, so he's really making sure. So he discovered the turrets. Drop is coming now, but only 1 zealot is unloaded, so Marines did a nice job by catching the shuttle. So turret is down now, and yep, this DT sees the turret and starts to move. So I just wanted to say this, and DT started to attack. Okay, newer drops are prepared, more and more Corsairs are added. Okay, it seems that Abu is really is really relying on drops to win these games. He's not really aggressive, he's just preparing lots of Templars, lots of Zealots for the drops, and this drop is now a bit more successful. Okay, nicely done there. So he managed to kill quite a few SCVs. But SooAh has 3 command centers, he has minerals, so he can get back SCVs effectively. But a big drop is now prepared, and this is what I wanted to refer during the last drop, that, well, 1 Corsair and 1 shuttle is not really enough. But he was lucky just to be able to carry out this drop anyways. But yeah, you will need a bit more Corsairs and a bit more shuttles to be able to be more effective and make sure that the drop works out 100%. Okay, 1 armor and 1 melee upgrade for Abu and 1 attack upgrade for SooAh as regards tech goes, and 0-1 upgrade for Bio. Okay, big drop, yeah, really big drop is now prepared, and well, if he wants to win the game by drops, this style is really similar to a PVZ. So, well, PVZ is about dropping the Zerg and in the background gathering up lots of units to finish the Zerg player, who is spending lots of money on getting back drones and not really focusing on defense and units. So this is really similar to that, and seems Yellow wants to solve this game with a drop. And then basically getting maxed out and attacking, so... yeah, he couldn't really find a nice way or route for the drop, because it was discovered anyways, and it's discovered again, so nice drop defense there, I must say. So he's able to, I mean, SooAh is able to prepare, but let's see now. Corsairs are moving inside, shuttles are also coming with them, Zealots are unloaded. Templars are also unloaded. Let's see the storm, which goes off and kills a few SCVs. Well, 6, 9, and the other had like 7. So I managed to save. And this drop didn't really work out, to be honest. So he loaded a lot of units into those shuttles, and even though he managed to do the drop and kill a few SCVs, he couldn't really get more out of those extra units beside the Templar. And the convenient way, getting rid of the all-knowing turret, just built 2 cannons around it. And these 2 zealots, I mean, these zealots now arrive and clear nothing, so... Or SooAh uses hack and enables the zealots to attack in the air. Sorry, yeah, allows Abu just to attack in the air. Okay, since he is getting rid of the zealots, yeah, he really needs to make these drops work, because otherwise he won't have a chance. So once Tehran is maxed out and has upgrades on his tanks and glides, then, well, it's very hard for the Protoss to win with ground units only. Okay, 2 armor and 2 attack upgrade available for yellow, and 1 upgrade for pink. Okay, a really huge drop is now advancing towards the base of SooAh, who is now prepared because he sees this, and he's moving a tank upwards. He really wants to get those shots from the tanks to be able to. And the storm was rather on the Marines, which is also nice. So he got rid of a bit of a bio and also got rid of quite a few SCVs. So this drop was a bit better than the last one, but his team needs more. So this is not enough right now. As SooAh has lots of minerals, still has very important to note 3 command centers, so he's able to get back SCVs fast. So, well, these drops must be a bit faster. They really have to come after each other, because by the time the next drop arrives, SooAh is already maxed out. So, and he has economy, he got back SCVs, he is adding more and more tech units. So, well, this attack won't really be that effective, so I wouldn't really do this, but anyway, he's maxed out, so he had to start this attack. And these zealots slowly evaporate, killing a few tanks and vultures. And mines. Oh well. Drops won't really finish. So, well, these drops are good. I mean, you have to do that. You have to kill a few SCVs, kill workers to be able to make the other player poor. But it won't finish the game. It won't end. It's not enough to finish the game. So these drops are only enough just to stay in the game and not to be attacked. The only way to win a game by drops works only if you kill the main. So you have to kill the main of the other player. And SooAh is not really paying attention to the to the main, so he's not really oh my god, he's not really repairing that. So this might look even good for yellow if he wants to get rid of the main. Well, I would have sent probes from the gas. If you are only getting ground units, you don't need 10 gas, so you just need like 6. Anyway, let's see this drop now. He's coming from downwards. I think he will just unload these units right here. Okay, that's a nice thing to do. You can get rid of the defense like this as well. So storms are off, archons are unloaded, tanks are dying right now. So okay, this is looking good for yellow now, but lots of mines are available for SooAh, so newer units by Abu won't really be able to enter his base. Okay, and the last storms were not really effective, but at least he did, so he managed to damage quite a few units of SooAh. Okay, 2 upgrades for SooAh and 3 free upgrades for Abu. Who is sending these zealots outside, trying to get rid of the mines, but they are not activated as the zealots are a bit far. But right now these zealots are on top of the vultures, and also an arbiter arrives, so skins have to be used by SooAh. And he doesn't really have turrets right here, only at the side, so this attack might work out for him if he controls the arbiter well. Well, he has energy for status, but he's not really using that. He could just freeze those tanks. I think he's going for that or not. Well, maybe he doesn't have resurged. Doesn't have status resurged, but yeah, and that's a pity because he really could make use. He really could make use of that right now. He could have just frozen those vultures and tanks, and once done that, the zealots would have an easier time entering the base of him. Okay, so right now the goons arrive and the arbiter goes down, so this attack won't really be that effective because goons in themselves are really weak against tanks. Okay, these mines are really lucky, so... Or we can also say that Abu is also lucky. Dodging them. Yeah, and it's laughing because these mines were placed perfectly in a spot that do not activate, and yeah, Abu is really just dodging them. So yeah, this activation depends on like a few inches, really a few inches. So yeah, these units are coming outside in the route or in a way where mines are really just a far inches away and they are not activated. Okay, but right now few were activated, so these zealots got damaged a bit. Alright, Abu is just really now, yeah, relying on his economy and his pumping skills, so he's really massing our units, he's really pumping units, he really wants to finish this game by force. He's sending units constantly and really trying to attack. But of course, with these tanks, SooAh is able to defend well. Yeah, these units cannot really get close to the tanks. Well, yeah, still, I would send lots of probes from the gas to die to get some supplies. You really don't need 10 gas if you're only going for ground units. But yeah, anyways, he'll have a bank, so if he wants to go for mass carriers, then he will be able to do it really easily. But at the moment he's relying on ground units only, so he's really pumping zealots and goons, but well, they are not really effective against the ground units of SooAh, who are upgraded to 2-2. But free upgrades for yellow at least, so okay, let's see what the probe will build. I think he's going for carriers, but most probably he will just add a few cannons just to kill the turrets, but after that he might consider going for carriers. Well, SooAh needs more factories, and they should be placed better, in a better way, because they are really on top of each other. But yeah, it's still fine. If you use these ones to produce tanks, it's fine, but these ones... Okay, well, yeah, it's alright. I mean, they just pop outside, you know. Yeah, yeah, on the side of these ones. So if he produces units inside these ones, then they just, yeah, pop out here or here. Okay, yeah, drop was coming inside. I'm not sure if storm. I think he didn't really manage to do the storm. He only allowed the zealots, or the Templar died. I'm not sure. Okay, yeah, Stargates. So yellow is preparing now Stargates and wants to go for carriers, and it's good for him because he has lots of economy and these vultures. This probe is the most comfortable probe ever, the bravest one. Sitting there doing nothing, while 3 vultures are next to him. But right now the probe died and more and more vultures are arriving. So yellow couldn't, and yeah, he couldn't really add those Stargates, but he's continuing on with drops. He wants to finish this game with drops again. And this might be a better opportunity because SooAh has a bit of a lower drop defense now. So let's find out if this drop will be more effective than the previous ones, or at least than the ones in the beginning of the game. Okay, he's gathering up here, and I thought he would add the DT, but he didn't. He just really wants to go upwards, but SooAh sieged these tanks up. So this drop might not be that effective as yellow wants it to be, but let's see. So drop is coming inside, SCVs are pulled, really nice job there. A few SCVs remain. Storm is off now. Okay, yeah, maybe a bit later than I expected, but anyway, storm is off. Tanks are going down, vultures are also going down. Okay, 20 HP there, and main is attack now. This is the chance for him. And okay, so main is saved now. But yeah, this is the chance I was referring to. If yellow wants to win it by drops, he has to go for the main, otherwise these drops won't really do that much. They won't be enough to finish the game. Okay, so he's just coming outside now and starts the final attack, and okay, maybe I don't want to talk too soon, but anyway, or speak too soon, but I have a feeling that this might be the final attack, as yellow really only has ground units, and these tanks and vultures and goliaths will be totally enough for that. So okay, he's really trying to drop on top of these tanks or not. Okay, well, okay, I'm not sure if this is the right thing to do. I would have dropped those units rather on top of these tanks, because this drop won't be enough to win the game anyways, and these units by SooAh will be enough to win it. So let's see the drop. If he doesn't get the main of him, then this game is over. So where are the storms? Templars are unloaded, but they are not storming. Okay, so he killed a few SCVs and one tank. But yeah, well, I wasn't really sure about this drop, because I would have unloaded those units on top of the tanks just to be able to kill a few. But this way he lost lots of units. And these tanks are now on the neck of him, so he'll have to find out something big if he wants to survive this game. He really need to pump units outside. Let's see now. So alright, shuttles are moving upwards, and he'll unload these units here. But it wasn't that effective, so only a few tanks were killed by friendly tank shots. Okay, now basically force is the only chance. He really has to pump units and work really hard if he wants to stay in this game. If he wants to have a chance, he will really heavily pump units. That's his main chance. If he doesn't pump continuously, then this game is over for him. Okay, let's see now this newer drop. Shuttles are coming now, but the Goliaths are on the hunt for them. Not really many units are unloaded, so these Zealots couldn't really do that much against the tanks. Yeah, I'm not really sure why he's not sending probes to die, and also he has more probes in one assimilator than required. I mean, he has more than 3, which is not that effective, so it also slows down gas a bit. But anyways, right now these zealots arrive and are on top of the tanks. A few tanks going down. Zealots are attacking the remaining tanks, but vultures arrive, and they will be able to help these tanks to survive. But more and more zealots are now arriving from Abu, and he's able to clear this attack. Yeah, the main problem with SooAh right now is that he doesn't have enough factories. So this is what I was mentioning a few moments ago, that he should simply produce more factories, because they won't be enough, so he can't really reproduce units fast. And this might be a chance for Yellow to come back in the game and to add a few more gateways, as SooAh doesn't really have many factories, so he won't really be able to replenish units. Yeah, he's really relying on well, I managed to say this correctly this time, and really fast and nicely. So yeah, he's really relying on vultures and mines, because he knows he doesn't have that economy to be able to produce more factories and more units. So he's really making use of these vultures, laying mines. But a newer drop is prepared now, this time 2 Corsairs and 1 shuttle, so I'm afraid that this won't do that much. But yeah, at least he's doing that and trying to utilize yeah, Templars and dropping. What happened to you? Did he forget? Maybe he forgot to load either a Templar or a few Zealots, I am not sure, so... Okay, let's find out why he's turning back. Well, yeah, he might have forgotten the Templar, but at least he realized, so... At least he found it out, so yeah, that's cool. Okay, this poor Templar, let's see if he manages to cast the last storm. Well, not really. Okay, let's find out if this one-shot drop will be effective or not. So, alright, Zealots are now loaded, Templar is downloaded as well, Storm is off, okay, beautifully done there. Yeah, alright, that's what he needed. So, he killed majority of the SCVs, so I was a bit slow reacting. So, okay, this drop was effective, and right now SooAh really has to focus on getting SCVs back, but I can only repeat myself. Alright guys, what will I say? What will I say now? It's a pity that this stream is not a live one, because then you could write that SooAh has minerals, he has free command centers, and he will be able to get back SCVs. Alright, well, 1000 euros for the winner, saying this. Yeah, he was correct, I told this, so yeah, the money will be transferred, you know, to the what will I say now.com through this website basically, so it's a anyways. I have a feeling that SooAh is really lazy. I think he hates this game. He's bored of this game. He doesn't want to get more factories, get back SCVs more effectively, and so on. I think he just wants this game to be finished. He doesn't care. Actually, Abu is also bored. I know, I feel this, so he doesn't even try getting Stargates back. He has a probe here. No vultures are threatening him, her, itself, it. So, yeah, he's not really trying, but that will be his chance. I mean, this will be a nice surprise for SooAh right now, because he was dropped. He doesn't really have that huge amount of economy and SCVs that he will be able to produce units fast. So this will be a perfect opportunity for Yellow to quickly produce Stargates and get carriers, and those carriers will be a real threat for the tanks. Okay, newer drop, and the same thing happens. So a few SCVs dead, and yeah, just substitute whatever here you want. So in the place of what I would say anyway. I won't say it anymore, so I don't have to. In case this was a live stream, then I should say it, because you know, newer viewers might arrive, and I will have to inform them about this fact that SooAh was robbed. He has SCVs, he has free command centers, and he is able to reproduce SCVs, so it's fine, it's totally fine with him. He couldn't care less for the drops, you know. It's totally okay with him. He wants yellow to make more drops. He really wants him to produce drops. He enjoys this. But anyway, this shuttle is gathering up now, waiting for the Corsairs. So, newer drop is coming inside. Let's see what happens now. Zealots are unloaded. Templar is unloaded. The storm is off, and okay, the best storm of the game. Finally, alright. So, after 40 minutes, we managed to get the perfect drop. So, all SCVs died, even the ones on the gas. Okay, it seems that I will not have to say that thing. I was repeating all the time because SooAh right now doesn't really have that many minerals, so he won't really be able to produce SCVs now, and lots of units are arriving, but the problem is that these tanks will be able to hold them. So SooAh might get a chance to stay in this base, stay in the game, and to enable me to say the things, or say the thing I like to say throughout this game, because if he gets time, he'll be able to get back SCVs, and once he has minerals, then you know what I will say. So anyway, these drops are now more effective because they are coming after each other, so but nice save there. So this Templar killed the Goliath. So okay, so I managed to save SCVs. He didn't really lose. He's getting back minerals. And little does he know that 2 tanks here will be able to kill the probes, because not that much drop defense is available for Abu. No way, no way. And why did I miss this? I mean, come on. This was the peak of this game. Abu finally starting to add pylons and finally starting gateways, stargates, and then SooAh arrives and kills those pylons. I didn't see it, so I just see now the destruction. And the same thing, 3 vultures and the brave probe, so these guys are really bored now. They hate this game. Yeah. And it's bad because, you know, PvT, I mean, come on, this is the best matchup ever, so okay, at least SooAh has enough money now. So after this drop is down, I will be able to say the thing I was really missing, like really seriously, I was really missing that sentence. So finally I will. Anyway, joking apart, let's see this drop now. Okay, SCVs are pulled really nicely dodged there by SooAh, who started a turret as well. Drop is coming inside, and they are now unloaded on top of the tanks, so this is a bit better drop from this perspective. Oh my god, these SCVs. Okay, let's see. Let's see if they are going back, but these shots on the Zealots can also kill a few SCVs, so oh my goodness. 300 HP on the main. So, yeah, I'm just having some problems with my throat, but I think I'm alright now. And SooAh has SCVs, he has minerals, he has 3 command centers, and he is able to get back minerals. So right now he's totally fine, and he can't. He cannot wait till the next drop. I think this is the thing I can say, that he's looking forward to the drop. He's enjoying that. So SooAh basically hates this game, but he enjoys the drops. So he is really looking forward to that. Alright, 2 Stargates here. But I have bad feelings about this. I think these are producing Corsairs. My feelings are yeah, these 2 Stargates producing Corsairs really hurt my feelings. So, but if they produce carriers, then there is light. There is light at the end of the tunnel. So, okay, I think these are carriers, because Corsairs, of course, take less time to be produced. And this is discovered by SooAh Arbiter. What? Okay, never mind. Well, it's also nice. I mean, you can use for recalls, but okay, interesting. Well, in this case, if he wants to win the game by drops, then of course recall is his only chance, because with recall he might be able to kill the main, and once the main is lost, then it's very hard for SooAh to win the game. But lots of shuttles are now gathered up here and joined by arbiters. So let's see what he plans to do. He will drop these units on top of the tanks, and well, yeah, doing a nice job, I must say. Okay, to be honest, if I were Protoss, I simply just ruled Arnold's Zealots. It's more effective if you unload only Zealots, because you can put lots of Zealots in the shuttles, and yeah, they are more effective in killing the tanks and so on. So, and also they can take more friendly shots from the tanks, because Templars die much faster to the friendly shots. So, yep, Zealots will be more effective. Okay, anyways, he's really massing now units, and he wants to finish now this game with these attacks, because SooAh has drop defense up there, so he doesn't really have that huge amount of units down here. Okay, nice defense matrix there on these 2 tanks. Probe is there. It's hiding. Pay attention, you can build more Stargates. I'm really, yeah, I'm providing advice, you know, I'm really sending my toast to him. And he should be grateful. Come on, why doesn't he build more Stargates to get carriers? He has he has 30,000 gas, so yeah, doesn't want to follow my advice, like getting rid of probes on the gas, okay, if he doesn't do that, it's alright, but then at least he could just start adding lots of gateways and carriers, because he has the economy. So come on, he's not really following the advice. Well, I know it's easier said than done, but still, the guys had 50 minutes just to be able to realize what the situation is. Anyway, newer drop, newer possibility to say my favorite thing. But now it's SooAh's turn. Excuse me, so now it's SooAh's turn to produce more and more factories, because now he has the economy. And this drop, oh my god, this drop didn't do anything. So okay, absolutely this is the time for SooAh just to start and add more factories to be able to produce more and more units and to win the game. Alright, he's doing that now, lots of factories, but still produced, you know. Well, this build order is not that good because units cannot really come outside evenly. But anyways, a huge drop now coming from this way, yeah. So, let's find out if he manages to do some damage with this. Okay, SCVs are dodged, but not in the perfect manner until now. Alright, so he managed to do the dodge now, but these zealots are now on top of the command center. Let's see if he manages to do that. Oh my god, okay, so he barely killed that command center, but right, he was on track, so he almost managed to do that. So actually, SooAh doesn't even need to reproduce SCVs, he's totally fine now. So I cannot even say this thing, come on man guys, just you are really screwing up my commentary, because I cannot say the thing I want to say, it's bad. So, yeah. So he's not, he's not even reproducing SCVs, he made a few, it's totally fine. And he just adds a few more. Okay, so two tanks here. I'm praying for 2 tanks. I remember one of my games, I was a Terran against a Protoss, and I remember that game. It was, I don't know, like, so the game was going on for like 30 minutes, and basically I had free upgrades on the tanks, and I wasn't really able to kill the Protoss with my ground units. So what I did, I loaded 2 tanks in a dropship, I went to his base, he didn't really have drop defense, I unloaded those 2 tanks, and thanks to the free upgrades, the cannons couldn't kill them, and I was able to kill basically all of his probes, and I won the game, so like 5 minutes after, because he didn't have economy to reproduce units. Oh wow, what am I seeing? Okay, I need to put on my glasses quickly. Oh, these are indeed dropships. Oh my god, beautiful. Don't fly here. Okay, yeah, you can now. Beautiful. Okay, finally, this will be nice. So this drop will be really good for SooAh. So. Well, I would have came from this direction, but... And he sees this. No way! I mean, come on, I hope he did... Okay, I'm really hoping that Yellow didn't pay attention. I know this is really cruel, this is really not nice, but I hope he didn't really pay attention, and this drop can work out for SooAh, because this might end the game. Okay, he's coming from this... He's coming from this direction. He's unloading those tanks. Let's see if he manages to siege. Alright, siege is up, and shot is off. Probes died. Newer shot is off. Newer probes died. Okay, he managed to do the drop, so it's alright with him. This is good. But a newer drop is coming from Abu now, from this way. Zealots are unloaded, Templar is unloaded, but it was shot. Okay, it was shot first, and this drop didn't really work out. Okay. He just started to reproduce probes now. But at least he has less probe on the gas. So this drop worked out for Abu really well. Unfortunately, it didn't really work out as SooAh planned to. Because right now he has less probes on the gas, thanks to the drop, and at least he has more supply. So this is bad for SooAh. Ah. But he did the drop I was wishing for, so yeah, at least that. So I'm really happy for that. Anyways, this attack now by SooAh finally takes place after a long time. Okay, the usual drop is now coming from Abu. Do you guys want me to check it? Of course. We check it. So the drop comes inside. Lots of Templars are unloaded in this case, and Storm is off. Even, oh my god, beautiful drops. So finally the drops kill the drop defense of SooAh. So this is the perfect opportunity to go for the main, but he doesn't really have that many zealots. But these two Archons are really on the hunt for the main. Oh my god, okay, let's see. So, yep, he managed to save it, but this is beautiful. So those two Archons caused a bit of a headache for SooAh, who really had to focus there. So this drop was nice because the drop defense was killed, main was also almost killed, and this drop is also nice because I can say that SooAh has 3 command centers, he has lots of minerals, he can get back SCVs fast. It's always nice to say familiar things that your heart likes, so it's a really nice thing. So I really appreciate it, guys. And I am really looking forward to a newer drop by SooAh, but he won't do that because this starport here was killed. Come on, I won't see a newer drop. This zealot will be sent to prison. He will be really sentenced to death for ruining my game. You guy killed. Yes, you killed that starport. So, no more drops, but anyway. Ping actually uses hack, so look at these guys, look at this. He has a science facility, but he doesn't have a starport. How is this possible? Hack, absolutely hack. Okay, I'm out of this game. So, joking apart, zealots are now pouring outside just to face a few mines. Oh my god, beautiful mines. So, okay, this is looking really nice. I like this. Constantly reproducing mines, constantly running into them, and these zealots didn't reach the final point in the competition. There was a running competition, you know, but the guys missed the target and didn't reach their point. But at least a newer drop. And I missed this drop, and I'm... well... okay, let's just consider this thing as it didn't happen. Okay, this thing didn't happen, and I don't have to say anything. So because you know I missed it, it's not valid anymore. So I won't say that thing. Okay, alright. I think we can agree with that. So, newer mines are laid by SooAh, and a newer drop is prepared by Abu, so but this time I think he's loading more and more zealots. Actually, if I were him, I would just load only zealots. Really, like, make 20 shuttles, unload only zealots. I mean, only load zealots in them and unload all those zealots on top of the command centers. And this way, he has a chance to finish it, because the tanks will start shooting the zealots, splash damage, and the zealots themselves can attack the main. So I'm really looking forward to this. This is my next wish as regards yellows goes. He really should load only zealots in those shuttles. Okay, he's coming outside, but the drop is coming. Alright, he's sending a few more tanks up there. Okay, let's see now. SCVs are pulled and units are unloaded on top of the tanks. Tanks are going down, storm is off. He's not, yeah, he doesn't even care for the SCVs, so he couldn't care less. He wanted to storm the tanks anyways. And he started the attack, but SooAh, of course, started the repair. So, the only way to win this game by drops is really loading like 100 or 80, yeah, loading 80 zealots in 20 shuttles, and then you can win the game like that. So, but important thing, we saw this drop, we noticed this drop, so I will ask someone from my friend list to write SooAh has 3 command centers. I will pay money. Okay, I will pay money to someone to write this message from my friends. So I will just do it. I'm really considering that right now. So how much money does this message worth? A newer profession will be developed, so message teller. So the responsibility is really high, and you really have to pay attention when to say this, and you have to pay attention to always say this when a drop happens. So, well, you get a high salary, it's fine, but yeah, you really have to pay attention, do a nice job. But the problem is that yellow is now surrounded, so he won't really be able to come outside anymore, and this might mean the end of the game for him soon. So someone who wants to start this job, well, bad news for you guys. So you won't really be able to do that, because this game might end anytime soon. But at least 2 probes mining gas. So finally yellow managed to realize this. He has 24,000 gas, and at least now he has supply from the gas. So I hope, now I'm really hoping for probes to be sent from the minerals. Anyways, this game now will end, because once the Protoss is surrounded and they don't have air units, then they can't come outside, and once they can't come outside, the Terran player can soon push inside and close him totally, and then the game will finish. Okay, they are starting to come outside with zealots, but they are dead quite fast. So, well, these tanks now will be able to finish the game because grand units against, I mean, Protoss grand units against Terran grand units are not that effective. Not that effective. Okay, these shuttles are coming in outside and loaded here, but well, a bit of yeah, I would have loaded those units rather between the tanks. So it's always better to unload units between the tanks. So these tanks were quite separated. So yeah, splash damage didn't really work out, and so right now adding lots of turrets. So these tanks on the side will be quite safe against drops. Okay, drop is coming now and beautifully escorted by Corsairs, so he managed to unload these units now, and these zealots, well, those turrets are placed perfectly. He's not really able to get close to the Watchers, so they are going down. And this new attack also failed by him. But, alright, okay, with this Arbiter, looking good until the scan goes off, but at least no turrets are available, so Pink will have to use his scans to be able to fight these units under the Arbiter, which almost went down, and it does. Okay, so he's really focusing on the surround, and he's not really focusing on the attack, but he could just win actually. I mean, if he focused on just the attack without the block, then he will be able to win now because he has lots of lots of units. Okay, drop is coming from this direction, but it won't really mean a problem for SooAh as he saw it. And a melee fight. You always wanted to see melee fights like this. One unit against the other. Which one wins? Well, of course, Zealot wins. That wasn't a big surprise, but at least we saw a melee fight. Okay, SooAh now decides on the attack. Nice stones there by Abu, who is using these zealots now to attack on these tanks. Okay, let's see now this drop coming from this direction, and SooAh has lots of tanks. SooAh has minerals, SooAh has free. What? Oh my god, what am I doing? I missed the sequence. I hope you guys will forgive me for saying my favorite lines in advance. Okay, another chance for Yellow might be sending all his probes to die, basically. Really, all the probes. And then producing only zealots and flooding outside. And while stabilizing, he can start to get back probes. But this way he absolutely has no chance. So he doesn't have a chance. Because these ground units won't be enough to come outside. He won't be able to come outside at all. But at least he started this expansion with the gateways. Will it be enough? So let's find out if it's late or not. I have a feeling that this might be a bit late, because SooAh is really coming outside now with all his units. He's closing in. Okay, it seems that it might be enough. So SooAh is not really rushing with the attack. He's slowly gathering up here, enabling yellow to add lots of gateways, and once enough number of gateways are available, then he can really produce units fast and attack from 2 directions. And this might be a key in stabilizing in the game. So once Terra has to split their attention and split their units to be able to handle this situation as well, then it's easier for the Protoss Grand Army to fight and kill the split army of the Terran player. But as I mentioned, this might be a bit late, because he's not producing units at the moment, and SooAh is just slowly coming inside. But he has enough zealots to clear this. Oh my god, lots of your archers. Alright, let's see what they can do now. Okay, this arbiter is doing a nice job, and this vessel is not really controlled well by SooAh, so yep, he really can thank his survival to this arbiter, because this vessel is not really doing anything. And he's also adding more and more gateways here, so soon he'll have enough to be able to produce from those. But at the moment he's just focusing on surviving, so he just wants to really focus here, pump more zealots, and get outside, which he won't be able to do. So, well, if he wants to come outside, he'll need these zealots from here. And he should send probes to die, at least these idle ones. Okay, so zealots are now produced here, and soon he can divide the zealots in this base and in this base to start the attack from two directions. I would also produce more glides, so they would kill the arbiters. They are also nice against zealots. But anyways, yeah, tanks and vultures are also okay, but against arbiters, glides will come handy. Okay, Abu is really hoping not to get scanned, so he's really hoping not to get scanned, because once this is scanned, game is over for him, so he's really hoping. Okay, nice freeze there, so no way inside. If he really gets if Yellow really gets close here, and if SooAh builds one turret here, then this is spotted, so yeah. But I don't think that he'll produce a turret. He doesn't really have the capability. He's not really focusing there. He's focusing on this attack. He really wants to get inside, but Abu is doing a nice job surviving, so... I would consider drop now. I mean, yellow is not really able to come outside anyways, and if he just dropped a few tanks here, then yeah, he might be able to kill a few more probes. But anyways, yeah, slowly is moving inside. But beautiful storms are done by our Protoss player, who is now struggling to survive as Vultures are flooding inside and mines are laid, but they are not really activated. Okay, he decides on to show himself now and come outside with the Zealots. They dodge the mines, so this is even good for him. He's on the hunt for these tanks in the background, and basically even though he won't kill that many, this is good for him now, because from this point SooAh will have to basically divide his attention and fight multiple bases, so to say. But these mines are now a nice option for him, getting rid of the extra Zealots. Okay, this base is now completely discovered by SooAh. So right now he has to decide whether he wants to attack completely here or divide the forces and shut down this base. What I will do if I were him, I will like add four bunkers here, load well, at least 2 fire bats in each, and then you are safe to go. So then you can basically just ignore this base and attack with all your units. And I would also just simply add mines here, so that's fine. So this will be a nice chance for Abu to come outside, because he can attack from 2 directions, but the problem is that these tanks are doing a nice job and really killing those units coming from this way. So he's not really able to utilize this base, because these units are really going down to these tanks. Well, I will consider dropping some Zealots here and attack from this direction. But yeah, of course, yeah, both players are really busy, they are really pumping hard, they are really trying to finish the game, so they don't have the time just to think about these capabilities, or possibilities, sorry. But Yellow will really have to find out something if he wants to stabilize now. If he wants to get rid of this, this is the key for him to get rid of this. If he doesn't get rid of this, these tanks and turrets, then it's impossible for him to come outside. So the only way is just to get mass gateways here and continuously attack from this way, or unloading units here and then starting the attack. Because if he just sends a few zealots from this way, then he can destroy the turrets from the shots of the tanks, so splash damage. And then after that it will be easier just to drop shuttles. I mean, come with shuttles and drop zealots on top of those tanks. And lots of starports are now created, so I think SooAh is bored now and he wants to build BCs. Yeah, which will be really effective. Alright, so yeah, I must say that BC is a nice option here, because yellow is really just focusing on ground units and well, yeah, BCs will be nice, unless perfect status is used by yellow. Alright, finally these zealots are able to at least clear this section of the map. So no turrets are available, no tank is there. And the next step is clearing this one. It's much harder, but it's possible, of course. So the guys are really playing a mind game now. They really have to think and find out something to be able to finish this game, or they can wait until the other player gets tired or gets bored. And well, this is similar to football, when there are extra time. So after 90 minutes come the extra time, and then well, the players are just waiting for the other team to get tired and make mistakes. And the same applies here, so the guys are waiting for the other party just to get tired and start to produce mistakes so that they can finish the game. And Stargates, finally. Okay, the guys started the air buildings at the same time. Let's find out who will be the first to get air units. Alright, seems that Abu is the first to produce air units. So basically what he has to do now is continuously pump zealots to buy time for himself to be able to produce the carriers, but he will need more supplies, so maybe some probes should be considered to be killed by him or for him. So yeah, he's slowly adding carriers, but he also has to produce zealots to keep SooAh busy and to be able to survive. So let's find out if he has the chance to produce these units and stop with the zealots to get supply. Okay, well, he sees the carriers, so he'll have to do something now. He might, yeah, want to come here with the tanks and clear those cannons and flood inside the base to kill those freshly built carriers. They don't really have interceptors at the moment. Yep, he knows this. He feels this. If the carriers come outside, then game will be very hard for him because he doesn't have anti-air. He has mainly vultures and tanks. Alright, BCs are now started. SooAh has a little bit of a better macro, so he has less workers and he's able to produce more BCs, I think. But more and more carriers are now produced. Well, you need at least 10 or 12 to be able to do critical damage, and you can still use the remaining supply to get a few ground units. But in this case I wouldn't force that. I will just simply make only carriers, so like 2 control groups of carriers. Well, 12 in one and like 8 in the other, 8 or well 7 in the other. That's possible if you kill a few more probes. So I will do that, but SooAh reacted quickly. He made a few Valkyries. Yeah, okay, not even battlecruisers. Valkyries, and they are more effective against carriers, so nice choice there by him. And these glides also will do a nice job against those carriers. Alright, SooAh doesn't care about the carriers, and I think this is a nice move there. Okay, I think this is cool. This is a right choice. He'll get rid of this base, so that will mean that he can only produce mostly carriers and a few ground units, and it's better for him. So he's getting rid of those gateways, and in the background he's protecting with the turrets and with the Valkyries. So Valkyries are really effective against carriers, but he will need a bit more, so that amount won't be enough. So yep, he's moving backwards and getting behind the turrets. Oh my god, alright, so DT is made, but scans save the day for SooAh, who is just sorry, for Abu, who is just moving outside, and more carriers. So this is the amount of carriers that which is really effective, so we can really utilize these and get rid of these annoying tanks and so on. And SooAh badly needs lots of glides and Valks. If he wants to survive this carrier push. Okay, so I tried to set a foothold here, but he couldn't really do that. So the carriers arrived right on time, but still he lost quite a few gateways, so less units can be produced here in this base. So from now on, basically, well, if SooAh wants to win this game, then he should go for more Valkyries, and I would also add rats, because well, Yellow doesn't really have detection, and yeah, with rats he will be able to. Oh my god, okay, beautiful move there. So the tanks went down and killed all the probes of Abu, who can make great use of this actually. So right now he has lots of supplies and he can make mass units. He can afford this. He can afford not having any probes, at the moment. He just needs a bit of a gas. Okay, yeah, he made carriers from these supplies and a few more zealots. Okay, so he's adding more and more turrets outside, and more glides also arrive, which is looking good for him. He badly needs those glides. And battle cruisers arrive, so okay, let's find out. Well, he can use Yamato gun to kill those carriers, but I must say that those glides are doing a nice job against them. Well, glides do more damage against bigger units, so against smaller units glides do less damage. So for example against Scourge, Queen and so on they do less damage, but against greater units like carriers or the guardians, battle cruisers, they do more damage. Okay, a bit of a miscontrol there, so those carriers were left unattended and these BCs were able to kill a few, but newer carriers are arriving now, so okay, free upgrades, and the same for Protoss. So, well, against battle cruisers, scouts are much better, but well, of course, carriers are better in this case because scouts cannot really fight ground. And finally he started the attack on the carriers. So yeah, battle cruisers are really powerful against carriers if they target the carriers themselves. So these carriers are now going down, and more BCs are added and also in progress. Alright, he's moving back to the tanks just to safety, and right now, well, he can just save up energy and go for the main, which he does, I think. Soon once he gets enough energy for the Yamato gun, he'll go for the main. I'm pretty sure he will do that. This game might be decided now. I think once Yellow loses his main, then he might consider, he might leave the game, because once losing the game, well, can make you consider leaving the game, because after that it becomes hard, especially if you are low on gas, then it's very hard for you. So the main goes down, and Yellow, well, started, and he doesn't have place for Nexus. Oh my god, this is really bad for him. He'll run out of gas soon. So this attack was a must, so I had to do this, and this might make Yellow to leave the game. So he is not really reproducing probes. He's rather focusing on units, so he's really getting mass units. He should get rid of that cannon for sure. But anyways, carriers arrive, and SooAh lost his BCs, so he only has tanks here. They will go down, so this is a good opportunity for Abu just to stabilize in the game and get back probes. Yeah, these tanks absolutely go down, and he has the possibility with the carriers now to clear this section, and this is really bad for SooAh. He has all his starports here. If he loses those starports, then the game will become really hard for him. He'll only have factories, and then he can really only rely on glides and tanks. So even though Abu lost his main, he's alright. He had enough gas. He's not really spending gas, he's spending on zealots. He has lots of minerals, of course, and he has enough carriers here. Okay, alright, he seems to be considering to attack. Yep, this ground. Alright, so he is moving with his carriers. These ground units will finish these buildings anyway. This is a nice move. Okay, nice move there by Abu. He's not dealing with those buildings here. He left a few here, but started the attack because he knows if he gets rid of this base, then game is over for SooAh. Okay, BCs arrive now. They are on the hunt for the carriers, but these goons and these carriers will be able to take them down. Oh well, really long game, really long game, my longest game ever, which I commented. But well, Abu just well, this game was ended because he lost his main, he lost almost all his workers. He didn't reproduce them. He put all his supply into units, carriers, ground units, and he is able to make use now of these carriers, finishing these tanks. And once these tanks go down, then of course the Goliaths can be killed easily by the ground units of Abu. Okay, so yeah, no starports are available for him, only factories. He is really producing glides, that's his only chance. If he wants to win this game, then he really has to produce glides only to win. Alright. Well, these ground units by Abu just can get rid of the glides, and in the background carriers can get rid of anything else. So, well, this is the beginning of the end, and well, he made a nice use of the carriers basically, and did a nice job moving away from these buildings and starting the final attack basically on the main base of SooAh. You might also consider going for the main or the command center. But he's not doing that, he's just staying here and really getting rid of these factories. But I must say that he should start producing probes soon, because if he doesn't manage to win this game in the next few minutes, he won't really have economy. So I would really start producing probes, because if he doesn't have minerals, then well, he won't really be able to finish this game. Okay, SCVs are pulled, he's starting the turrets, and he's also adding, yeah, he's adding turrets and also creating a few more glides, but these units now might be enough for Yellow to finish the game. Grand units combined with carriers are really deadly for the Terran, and these zealots, oh my god. Alright, this game is over right now, so I think someone might consider leaving the game, as he won't really be able to defend now, as these zealots and these carriers will be enough to finish that. Okay, SCVs are pulled. I'm not 100% sure why, but never mind. Alright, long game, that's it. GG.